How is a brick wall made? First of all, you need bricks. And bricks need to be baked in an oven. Yes, you bake the clay in an oven and it comes out as a brick. Okay, so you need bricks, so you need to bake them. You also need cement. You also need mathematicians to calculate and measure how much cement, how many bricks you need. Well, masons can do that also. And then you need to consider whether or not the environment is able to cope with the weight of that wall. So a brick wall is a whole project. You don't just decide, you know what, I'm going to build a brick wall. No, you need the bricks, you need the cement, you need the mods to be in order, and you need the man with the muscles to actually build the thing. Because if you have all the materials and you've done the mod, but you don't have the people to actually exercise it, nothing gets done. So you need people to exercise it. You need the materials and you need the method written down on paper. So, a brick wall is a wall project, as I just explained. Now, the brick wall is a metaphor used by pagans and by other spiritual groups to highlight energetic resistance. Now look, if you are from a household where one of your parents is disliked by the community, the fact that people dislike your parent will hinder you in life. Because they associate you with that parent that they can't stand. So indirectly, they'll transfer that bitterness onto you also. So even though we didn't harm them, even though they have no reason to be upset with you, the fact that they are opposing your parent, and because your parent is not reachable for them, now they want to come after you. Or let's say now that people have an issue against you, and they murmur, complain about you, they're meditating negatively about you, that will lead to psychic attacks. You will have headaches, you have pain in your stomach, or some of your electronic devices may malfunction. So you have all these things that hinder you in daily life. Why? Because people are upset with you, and they want to hinder you. They feel hindered. That is because they don't relate properly towards you, but now they want to put it out on you, so that immediately it's negativity towards you, and that negativity made towards you becomes an energy wall that hinders you in daily life. Now, a brick wall, as I mentioned before, is a whole project. Besides common psychic attacks, you also have institutionalized psychic attacks. And let me explain what it is. It's not something completely new I'm talking about here, just I'm phrasing it differently. An institutionalized psychic attack is when society puts a limit on its members, saying you will not cross this limit. If you come close to this limit, there's going to be issues. Your life will be in danger, we will endanger you, will do things to you if you come near this limit. So it can be, for example, that you have your own vlog on YouTube or on Vimeo or some other video site, and you're almost reached 100,000 subscribers, and you have over, let's say 5 million views already. Or maybe, let's say 10 million views. You have 10 million views, you have 100,000 subscribers and 10 million views. You have reached a point beyond political influence. If you only had 10,000 subscribers and you had more than 2 million views, that would be enough for you to have political influence. With that influence, you are able to cause things to happen, because you influence people and you can use that influence to cause people to do things. When you have such power, commoners out there can't stand it. They become anxious. So, let's say you manage to go beyond the limit society put on its members. Now let me say the leaders in society are upset because they realize, nobody's supposed to get political power online unless they're part of the Baphomet cult. But now, this woman over here has over 100,000 subscribers, and she has more than 10 million views. How could this happen? And here's the thing, because those leaders understand, if commoners see that this Bethany across the street has more than 10 million views, what do you think commoners are going to do? They're going to be upset, and they're going to riot in the streets and hope to shut down this pattern. And because the leaders of society don't want any riots and people to escalate, they don't want anyone to reach any political power unless they are part of the Buffett cult. So, let's say now you are online doing your thing, you're making cooking videos or you're making food vlogs, whatever it is, and you're reaching near the limit society has placed on its members. Let's say you have like 800 subscribers only, but you have over 300,000 views. And let's say the limit is on 500,000 views. So the moment you passed 300,000 views, now the demons who are part of the agreement of society, they will begin to cause hindrances in your life. Because the demons are warning you in such a way that if you continue, the people around you may turn on you. So eventually you go to 400,000 views. Now you get all those trolls that are coming after you. Those trolls are government accounts that are made just to harass you and hope to keep your influence low. If you continue, now you reach 490,000 views, and suddenly your computer crashes. What goes on now? Now you will have strange Facebook friend requests of people who want to befriend you, to try to lure you into some weird pagan church or some weird cult. What's going on? You are reaching the limit society placed on its members. Because the moment you pass that limit, the leaders of society know that commoners will become upset, and it's going to be a lot of unrest on the streets. And they know that likely you won't survive it. So you can continue, but if you continue, you will get the backlash of society. And either you die, or you end up being beaten, and therefore you become paralyzed, or you end up in jail because they set you up for something you didn't do. Or if they can't find you directly, they'll take it out on your family members, or they'll be taken out on people just random on the streets when they lose their minds. Anyway, there's going to be unrest on the streets. Or you continue, but you operate under paranormal cover. So if you have a paranormal cover, and the demons are aware of paranormal cover, then the demons will not come that much, will not begin with the electronic harassment. And those government accounts will come after you because you have a paranormal cover, you're covered already. And because you are under paranormal cover, you operate in a cycle, and because worldlings operate in patterns and cycles, worldlings will be familiar with how you operate, so they will leave you alone, so it won't be any unrest. But if you continue without a paranormal cover, you will hit the brick wall. Or let's say you are a believer. If you're a believer, you will face the brick wall, but you smash the brick wall. And once you smash the brick wall, now you have persecution and affliction coming after you like crazy. I went through that. Just understand, society placed limits on its members. And those limits are there to prevent worldlings from going after one another. The moment you have any type of influence or significance that bypasses the limits they've put on their own members, and those limits are not forced on the masses by the pagan elite, those are restrictions commoners and elite all agree upon. Collectively. I'm not saying all individually, all collectively. Sometimes you can be hindered in your daily life because of your ethnicity. If you live in a racial society where you look down on black people, and you are a black woman or a black man, and you become significant in your influence, the fact alone that you are a black individual, or someone from the African diaspora, and you're reaching this influence, that's something that people in that society can't stand. Because people in that society consider people from African descent as low, people you can shit and dump upon, so that they can feel at ease. That's how they see it. Okay? So I won't excuse my language. This is my YouTube channel. I am not bound to adhere to your societal restrictions. I'm not. That's how if that's how they see your people and you're from that people, then while you go through life and advancing and moving forward to reach your dreams and reach your potential, you'll face a brick wall. It can be that others around you who have achieved more than you don't face a brick wall because there's a specific limit in that society on people from African descent. Those are the demonic pacts. Those limits the society puts on its members are demonic pacts. And those demonic pacts are enforced through energetic resistance. You have demons that will use other people to hinder you when you are reaching close to the limit. And when you keep on going, now you have the warlock cabinets also being aware that someone is breaking through one of the brick walls, so they begin to look who is it, and now you have government accounts begin to stalk you. If it's not on social media, it will be in real life that your people begin to follow you and all of that. And when you keep continuing, eventually, you're going to face complete devastation, and you get an option. Either you join the Baphomet cult, you take the oath, or you leave it like that. Because if they don't approach you with the offer to take the Baphomet oath, then society, people around you will devour you. So they quote-unquote want to trap you in devil worship as a type of protection. But before they can trap you, they tell you to read the Bible so you know which side you're choosing. If you choose, you know what, I don't take this oath, you can choose Christ and you can continue, but you know you're going to face all the retaliation. Or you can say, you know what, I don't care about Christ nor other people, just want to relief in this lifetime, so I'll take the oath. And now, under the cover of demons, you can succeed on demonic terms. That's how it goes in the world. Nobody achieves any type of significance without any cover. Because anytime your significance and your influence increases, you're going to face retaliation. People are going to say, nobody asked for your existence. Nobody asked for your influence. Nobody asked for your being. Nobody asked for you to influence people and affect reality. Okay? Who do you think you are? They're not going to do that to their parents who misled them. They're not doing that to their lovers that exploit them. They don't do that to all the people that lie to them in society, but will do it to you. That's how communists are. They're cowards. So in this world, during this lifetime, you cannot achieve anything of significance without being backed up. You're either backed up by Christ himself or you're backed up by the demonic realm. Without a backup, you're finished. So, just like a brick wall is constructed, there are demonic pacts that are meant to limit people out there. So anytime you're about to cross that societal limit, or you are crossing a demonic pact, you're going to face intensity. And if you have passed far beyond the demonic pact and you're still prospering at ease, they will seek to take you out. So, don't be surprised when you hit brick walls. Don't be surprised when you get folks are determined to shut you down. It's supposed to happen as a believer. Okay? If you took the Baphomet oath or if you had the paranormal cover, they would have left you alone. Because they realize, okay, you're in a cycle, and because you're in a cycle, worldlings are more comfortable with you. And even if worldlings resist you, when the charm ends, they can still get to you. But if you walk by faith, you walk in the power of Christ, and you can shut down violence around you, nobody can shut you up, and nobody can stop you. That means that everyone that is invested against you, it will all bend back and backfire, and they have to deal with all the bad consequences of their actions against you. They don't want to change, because the change means them to face themselves, so they just want to dump. But they can't dump on you. So what's going to happen? They're going to escalate, and once they escalate, they're going to explode, and everyone around is going to face the harm. That's why the world can't stand believers. Because they can't shut us down, they can't shut us up, they can't blackmail us with violence. So, know why you face brick walls. Go through them anyway, and use wisdom and understanding. Okay? When you realize it's a brick wall, break through it in a quiet way. Break through it in such a way that you don't even know you've broken through a brick wall. Because once worldlings realize that you don't regard their limits, nor their limitations. They seek vengeance on you, as if you'll reject it when you don't submit to their restrictions. This is how world lives are. Okay? So, keep walking by faith and know what you're dealing with. Be at peace.